so I heard that you would like to control a dragon now. Let's breathe some fire, shall we? Okay then, it's time for me to go through the Duviri paradox. We have had access to this for a long time, but I've avoided doing it because I think it can get too confusing early on if you come here majorly early. But at this stage of the series, it's going to allow us to shortcut building a high-level amp. And I think for the sake of momentum and like moving through the game, this is actually a very good idea. You're going to click on this face when you go over to your navigation, as you can see just here. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to start the Duviri paradox. This is going to give us access to extra missions, some new warframes, and sometimes even warframes early. So what I mean by this is, for example, right now, Titania and I think Titania and Ivara are available as the weekly warframes, which means if you don't want to farm those warframes up and they're available, you can go ahead and grab them. Either way, there's lots of story stuff, so I'm going to be quiet now.
Royal Highness, ladies and gentlemen, and entertainment. How many times will one dissenter die before accepting their fate? I ask you once more. How many times will one fool die? How much will one proud human soul suffer? Before bending a knee to the greatness of their eternal king. Citizens of Duviri, it is a well-known fact to each and every one of us, yes, that the unbent knee must be broken. Again.
Ever get that feeling you're stuck? Spinning inside your little wheel, only to find you're right back where you started. So it goes, day by day, year by year, until you're dead inside. You feel nothing. You're just a prisoner, trapped in the spiral of someone else's dream.
Cool. So we get to design ourselves the adult version of our operator here. So I'm going to quickly do that. Oops, that'll do now. It's about as close as I can get to the son of the White Fang. Let's accept drift apprentice. Yeah, let's go. You can change this at any time anyways once this is done, so you don't have to worry about it too much.
Begin again.
You've made the king furious. And not just him. Me! We've both had enough of you! By order of His Majesty Dominus Thrax, death by
Impaled.
You will look at me when I...
But you can't send it back to hell.
Even better! Death by meteor!
Wake up.
It's gotta be painful. Okay, so we're gonna pick up a weapon here. This is gonna replace our amp with something significantly stronger. If you press onto your power, you can see if we hold R1 and press square, it's going to show us the way that we need to go. So we're going to head down the stairs. Preferably, you don't want to fight the things with swords, because they can parry the shots that we fire at them. We're going to be turning left here, pretty sure. Excuse me, you're going to show me where we're going, or what? Yeah, here we go. It didn't seem to give me the sign there for a second. It made me question myself. Jump over. It's a Warframe, we don't get full damage. As you can see, powers here are on cooldown. Get down. Oh yeah, I forgot. If you get the reload in the middle there, powers it up as well. Alright, so it's telling us about the smoke screen. I don't know if we need it right now. We can't even slash, which I think is what it's best for. I just wants me to use it gun. There we are. Let's say we're supposed to be making our way to a horse, so. And there we have it. I didn't realize it actually wanted me to cast smoke for no reason. Horsey! And yes, we can level up to the point where we can use this in any of the open worlds, which is just cool. Double jump across. Let the hand guide us. Come on, you. Pretty sure we'll go to like a little... Oh, of course, like an open ear speech thing. The Greeks had them. It was like a bunch of steps. Yeah, don't care about that. Let's go. I do often feel like this expansion for Warframe feels a lot like the expansion for Oblivion. I can't remember what it was called now. Okay, dismount. Speak to our boyo.
I am the Bombastine of the courtly stage, until that witch Lucinia took it from me. A fancy new hand, sire. Lucky you.
I don't belong here. Shit. I don't even know why I'm talking to you. You're just some Thrax plaything, right?
Too true. Not like you. No matter how much work I put in.
I'm just looking for a way out of here.
A way out when all of us are obliged to stay
Where?
yonder.
Don't get in my way.
Need to head towards where it shows. I think it's over this way. I'll pull the map up when we get it. Basically, we've got to find like a little table in the forest. Absolutely positive it's across this bridge. Okay, so I found it. So you can see like where the bridge was that crossed over and the big dome-looking thing on the map. And it is kind of like a little bit downish from there. So I guess from the bridge, I can always do it. I made this way more complicated. Just follow the road and turn to the right. There we go. Easy peasy. And then we're going to pick up a doll on here. I guess we're going to pick up the doll. Oh, I remember this bit. Okay. So we're going to see our operator on the other side there. We need to run it into the purple parts that you can see. If I remember rightly, the last one we have to climb up on this ledge here.
For the person who has everything, a little something extra.
Now we can follow it along. Should lead us to a cave.
I am your cloud above, your fire below, your reckoning.
There we have it. There we are, up the stairs. Ah, we need to go onto the hand. Hey look, it's the starting Warframes. How cool is that?
Right now, you're thinking, is this real? Or some fevered dream? I'm wondering why the hell this all feels so damn familiar. Emotions, they guide where others fail. The king's spiral takes away time, experience. You don't seem like the others. I am Teshin. Oh, yes. And this is, well, it was you that named her. Remember?
This doesn't really hint very much. So, my daughter's is named Lua, so I'm going with Sol.
Soul. I long to see her purifying light. But a great and terrible wall now divides us. Thrax has trapped you in his bottle. And you must escape. I'm just so tired. The figurine you pulled from the paradox. The lost toy of a temperamental child. You need only to find the rest of its pieces.
You can't be serious. You can keep the doll. I've got to get as far away from this as I can.
You know you cannot run from here with Thrax on the throne. But by all means, try again. I'll even give you my blades.
Get the sword.
Until the next spiral, then.
Now we can summon the horse. Very nice. And if you flip this around, much like with the intrinsics for the railjack, you can see down here we get using the horse in open mode. So this next bit is basically how bounties here are going to work.
Did someone make a new friend? Trying to make me jealous, are you? I'll find him.
Controls are a bit weird for me. We are attacking. Okay, circle to attack, yes. Heavy strike with RS. I always found that really weird. If you block an RS, it's the special one. Okay. Oh, haha, parries count as blocks today. Good. We have parrying, people. All is well. Restore my health. No, this one. Use a power strike, which is block and R3. Wow, clicking the button. Interrupt special abilities, that's where we shoot him while he's charging up. Luckily, it's not so difficult. We have to do this all of the time against groups of enemies. Should have done it, really. There we go. Come on. How are you there? There we go. Switch targets. Defeat the dice. Cool, let's go. Let's interrupt that. The thing to do basically is just do the special attack and slash in close combat. Interesting, we parried the special attack, but didn't stop it.
Didn't I warn you?
Let's go. Yes, we get to fly.
Shelter on the mainland before Loden's wrath is turned upon you. You're thinking, is this real?
Some fevered dream. All right, Teshin. I'll try it your way.
You remember. Good. Now, we can begin. Warframes. Brought here by the paradox. On the wall, they were the weapons of a warrior caste called the Tenno. I suspect your hand may offer a way to control them as they did. Choose.
There is only Vault.
Relax. Let your mind adjust to the dissociation.
Oh look, it's got my build on it. It must do with that much shield. Okay, quick tutorial. I don't even know whether to keep any of this in. This is for the people that maybe do this mega early. This really should not be a challenge for anyone, realistically. At this stage...
All right. I think I'm ready.
The King's Reach is weaker here in the Undercroft. On the surface, I suspect this Warframe would be a liability, attracting his every worm. But here, you can roam free and revel in its power.
So what am I doing here, Teshin? A joyride?
You are seeking a paradox. You'll need more than her hand and my blades to survive above. Here they come.
We just gotta zap a few enemies down. It's still gonna be mega easy, so I'm probably gonna skip forward a little bit, actually. Okay, let's go pick a secondary. Let's see what we get. I can't remember what they are. Activasto, Piranha, or Lex. I'm definitely going Piranha, surely. Defeat 5 more enemies, mega easy. Now I can select a primary, and it's between the Boltor and the Tigris. Now, whilst I think the Tigris is probably the stronger weapon overall, we're going to be solo here for a while, and I think automatic weaponry is going to be more comfortable to use. So that's what I'm going with. I don't have melee yet, which is realistically what Vol's going to be doing most of the damage with. Melee weapon, melee weapon. Let's go with Cronin. Both things that go fast anyway. Right, let's chop these 5 dudes up. Alright, let's leave. Nice and easy. Okay, we've acquired some tools. Let's keep going.
It was war, after all. It defined us. We were made to hate without reflection. Oh, feeling better? That Warframe took a greater toll on you than I expected.
Who are you talking to?
If you are recovered, we must begin at once to seek the other pieces of Thrax's figurine. I expect they will manifest the same as paradoxes on the surface. Gear up, look around, and tell me when you are ready.
I think it's this we look at. Yeah, we don't have any intrinsics, it's fine. Maybe this?
All his horses, all his men.
This is our little
Sooner you find the pieces,
view on how far from completion we are. We need an arm, leg, hand, and head.
How'd you end up here anyway?
through the eye of a storm. I'm not sure if I was dead or alive at the time. You?
Oh, it's been too long for me. Maybe I was on that ship, or maybe the same way you did.
Thrax will reset the spiral the moment he senses a Warframe on the surface. We will save that for the Undercroft. This should at least give you a fighting chance against his false stacks. He's in a mood. See for yourself.
Outside we go.
You have angered Thrax, and because he is a creature of emotion, his world follows. From the Duviri tales, the Prince of Fire. Be wary. In the story, the king's men had blades of molten steel.
The imp's grown suspicious of me. His spies approach even now.
Right, let's have some fun. Drop invisibility. This is very helpful when you're fighting, particularly when there are groups, as you can see here. In addition, you should use the special ability as often as you can. No, we're not having any of that, thank you. Oops, should dodge that. Combat does end up feeling a bit like a dance, so I can imagine some people may not enjoy it as much as the rest of Warframe. What we got here? We got rolling grants, armor efficiency. Yeah, let's go quick chance.
So too did his fire, his indignation, his anger.
Lots of loot to grab along the way. Okay, so as we arrive, we can see the chest on the ground. This is going to be guarded, so it's going to be a good idea to do something like heal if you need to. When you're ready, let's get it on. Not too bad, right? Then get another decree for another power-up. Each shot briefly increases fire rate by 10% cumulatively. Casting ability grants 6% chance for next ability to cast. No.
Was met with anger, and anger.
Well, I guess we'll take the gold one after all. It's kind of the best one out of what we had there. Let's go to the next one. Okay, first visit into the Undercroft, as we can see. Each instance of this, like this is basically a low screen where we are right now. It's kind of like a staging area. So ordinarily, if you come into this kind of area with players, it'll wait for everybody to get into that part until you are ready, and then you'll move into the actual mission. Standard extermination mission, as you can see. So I feel like there's very little I need to explain here, other than we haven't chosen our gear, but that should not really be an issue. I'm going to claim myself 40 enemy destructions, and I'll catch you guys shortly. All done, we've got a countdown to move on to the next one. I assume this will probably be 3. No, it's not.
I could have been a good king, but I'll never get the chance. Because they hate me! Everyone hates me! Guess what? I hate myself more!
It's really good.
Feel it nearby. The paradox you seek.
All right, let's go. First piece of the doll acquired. Here, right now, let's go. Put it back on the doll. One down.
I guess we're born with anger. An instinct like any other. Like squinting at the sun or flinching from a burn. But some of us, maybe we learn it.
Easy. I have you.
Don't!
You saw that ship in the sky? The Zeramin? Our child king must be one of those who was abandoned there. A Tenno.
You said the Tenno are trying to help me. This paradox stuff. Now, you're saying Thrax is one of them? He doesn't seem too helpful.
The history I know. That Zeramin ship returned from the void, bringing with it the extraordinary power the Tenno command. But here is a different path, I suppose. A difference in parallel. A paradox in itself. The world above changes every day following what Thrax feels. Ready yourself for the next day and consider what you have learned.
Let's take a rest then. I do feel like this is the beta for Soulframe, by the way.
Well, it seems that Thrax woke on the right side of his crib today.
And for round 2.
Sickening.
Remember, the joy he feels is not lacking.
By yourself.
Ah, yeah, we just have to find the chest here. Right there, look. Oops. Time for a bit of timing, which I do not have. One down. Straight in with the bonus. Didn't feel like I had a good choice there.
From the truth. Nothing but joy mattered.
Can't tell if that's in a cave. It is in a cave because it's purged the darkened areas. So this place is best to just be kind of like choppy a lot. So when we go in here, there's going to be some like shadowy parts.
Strong enough to confront the darkness within. Are you going to keep...
Should be 3. Oh, there's a chest. What? That's not how it normally is. Yeah, here we go. Right. Enemies hidden in the darkness, so don't just like come walking into here willy-nilly. We're actually going to have to fight a lot of them later. Last one. Let's get it on. Excuse me. Cool. We now have faster recovering abilities. That's going to be amazing for invisibility. Right, let's get out of here. Let's go into the uncraft again. It's probably going to be another hyper complicated task. Not.
Endurance is defiance.
This is literally a survival mission. Now, something to note is enemies seem to drop quite a lot less life support stuff, so you may actually have to go and replenish that if it gets slow. So just actually keep an eye on it in this case. Usually I find like in these kind of missions I can keep like the kills going fast enough that I can not have to do that, but it does seem like they have lessened drop rates in here. But anyway, you guys don't need to see me slashing for 5 minutes. I feel like that would be rather dull to say the least. Let's skip forward a little bit. Cool. So 5 minutes later we are all done, ready to get out of here. Destroyed. Ooh, yeah. No.
And yet, when I tried to share it, nobody wants to know. Well, try ignoring me now.
Should get a portal. Where are you? Time for us to go and grab the next piece of the doll, as we've gotten that dealt with. 2 pieces down. Who to go?
Good. So tell me, did Mathilla's joy wear off on you?
I hope you're kidding.
You think I'm not paying attention? You think I don't know what you're up to? My darks are searching. We will find your nasty little den soon enough.
Continuing on, let's go through the portal. Return to the Doma Zone. So it says. Sorry if there's a weird break and I sound a bit different. I've just literally to break from the video, do some family stuff. So anyways, let's continue on. So back in the Doma Zone, it's kind of a bit of a preview, so stuff that's going to be happening later.
You hungry?
Go ahead, but save some for soul.
My favorite track song. Boom. I will maybe do a video on how to unlock music and that particular track because it is my favorite. I get loads of people saying, how do you get that music? It's like, well, secret. With that interaction done, we can continue. The covetous courtier time.
Now, do you believe it?
Let's go.
So I believe we've already done 2. You've already done 2, so we've got hand now. Head is last.
Who is this new friend of yours, anyway? I made you. I kept you safe all this time. They're nothing I can't be.
And piss it away. It's wasted on them. Recalibrate it in my favor.
So this is a shoot the power cable thing. It's a bit of a test of time. Let's get back on the horse because otherwise we're going to run out of time. There we are. Collect la reward. What do we have this time? on crit more attack speed. Because we've been boosting crit, we should be okay. Although I think I've had my decrees taken off of me because I did have that break. Now I defeat the Dax. Okay, so avoid falling off because apparently fall damage is a thing. What we've got here, deal 10 to that's pretty good.
With sweet words, he persuaded others to his side. But his thoughts were only ever of himself.
Thrax is the
Back into the undercraft we go.
About it, he's not that big of a deal. Not really.
What we got? Oh, defense.
The paradox. You now have the
Cool. 3 waves of defense. Let's skip that forward, shall we? Okay, so the defense is over, and I'm back out on the open world area. So we, of course, need... Excuse me. There we go. Let's go. Make our way to the portal. Or should I say paradox? We're going to make our way to the paradox. This one should be the hand, I believe.
It wasn't me that started stirring up this mess with the executions. You got it in your head to get out. Don't you see now? These stories are for you. For us.
And now we can make our exit into Teshin's cave.
Oh. Nothing's worse than anger, right? It burns your lungs. It ashes the trees. But you can see it, right? And after it passes, maybe something new sprouts up. But resentment. Resentment is desolation. It salts the soil so that nothing ever grows again.
Didn't see it coming, did you? That I was just using you. You think there's some magic land outside of here? All there is war and suffering. Understand?
I think so.
Do you? Do you really? You keep calling this a prison, but you know what it really is. It's the only place in the entire universe that is actually safe.
Yeah, clearly.
You had it all. A whole world to yourself. But you were bored, ungrateful. You had to bite the hand that feeds.
Like so, huh?
Like what?
Once upon a time, there was a dying old man.
Ooh. Bolt is cool. I didn't mean to do that. Maybe I should have stayed in the Warframe. I don't know where I went. Anyway, we just got to survive, so just fight the stuff off. This is literally just survive. I don't think we could actually, like, properly die or anything. I love that they're all going to gather up in a nice singular area here. Right, you're just going to come from this direction. That's real handy. Anyways, so just fight off the shade things. It really isn't all that difficult. And yes, we will skip forward a little bit. Okay, time for us to get out of here. He wants us to survive yet again.
One by one, and his firstborn knelt there.
Cool, so that's 2 rounds of survival done. Just kind of more of a check-in thing. I don't think I'm going to show all of that. There's plenty of dialogue and stuff, but I feel like you know, there's really not anything for me to say other than survive, and then we're gonna survive again. Look, I'm unsure. You guys let me know. Like, should I have placed all of the dialogue and stuff in, or is it enough for me to say, you know, we're using Vault. This should be like real easy right now to just chop our way through all of this. Either way, with that done, back through the portal we go.
Where is he?
Don't you worry. Justice comes swiftly in my kingdom.
Ah, it's a real deal now. Whoop. Big hit. Finish him. Finish her, should I say. Or it. My daughter really likes this bit. When the deer bunny finishes it off. She thinks it's great. Right, so. And yes, by the way, my daughter has done this.
All caves are banished by my decree.
Cool. So obviously, as you guys can see, when we pass through the island here, we're going to be fighting our way to Thrax's island. We do have to defeat the enemies, so trying to get on your horse or running by them is not going to work because they're just going to chase you and you'll be locked into the fights. So just kind of deal with them as they come. That's going to work out way better.
I've never seen you like this. So ready to throw me. But why are you doing this?
Parry. We like to parry. I don't really. I'm not that big of a parry guy, but in games that aren't like, they're a bit more forgiving with parrying, I'm like, oh my god, yeah. Like, because I can parry in Souls games, it's like, okay, cool. Now you're gonna give me a good parry. Look how long that stays on there for.
You never cared this much for me.
Get them parries on there. It's probably going to be a lot of skipping forward. Maybe I'll like just kind of skip between fights or something. I'm sorry if that like, looks confusing, but basically at this point all we've done is fight along the road. But I feel like, you know, we could get some cinematic points going, like we were just fighting along the road, maybe something like that. My house now. Or maybe it's going to be my dragon now. Not yet. It's coming. Get them parries on, because it's fun.
Teshin! Teshin!
Still moving along. Obviously, if you get lost, you can just use the guidance power. It's going to show you the way to get to Teshin. Closing in on the end now, though.
Teshin.
Take care of Saul for me.
I will.
You're feeling now.
I am.
Good.
So I heard that you would like to control a dragon now. Let's breathe some fire, shall we? This is a pretty simple affair. We just need to close in on the enemy dragons. There's going to be quite a lot of them. If I remember rightly, it's the body you need to aim for. The head doesn't really take very much damage.
Stop this childish tantrum right now. Do you understand? He's dead and he's gone. I don't care how angry he gets. He can't change anything. Change himself. Jealous of my work.
Well, so after we've dealt with enough, we head towards the portal.
This is
Fine! His curse upon you. Suvatasa Shabra Suharvash Unka O exalted
Mine! Mine! You can have it.
You're thinking, is this real? Or some fevered dream? You did it. You took control.
I always had it. Thrax didn't make this place.
You did. But You reset it. You gave it all back to him. Why?
I guess it felt like a good trade. So, what's next?
Those beyond the wall have helped you. You will need to repay that debt. But you've earned your freedom, a way through the paradox and out of the spiral. Be warned, you'll not be as you are now, but as you were then. Do you see it? The other side.
I see it.
What will you do?
So right now, I'm going to leave. We can re-enter this at any time now, which is rather nice. We'll go over some of the game modes probably in the next video, but that's going to conclude the video, and I'll catch you all again in the next one.